Hey everybody, this is Dreamy Plays. I am here with an episode 1 of Town of Salem. I will be doing a playlist of this because I love this game so much. I have played it for quite a bit now and I have wanted to um, play this, and record it and show you guys, the game as well if you guys are interested in it, or if you've been playing it as well for a little bit and wanted to know the different roles and all that stuff. I can help with giving some little hints here and there, or, just, saying what each, role can actually be. So, I'm a vampire, and I'm gonna make the mistake of visiting somebody night one and not actually thinking it out. I just picked somebody. I totally did not think about it at first until the last second, and then I was like, yep, okay, staked by the vampire hunter. So I'm dead, and I was going to be recording voice with this video, but I decided not to after this because of it being that I died night one. So this is a recording, and I am doing a voiceover of it. And it's sped up a bit because I had it as, 20 minutes long and all, so I sped it up by 2, and so it's a bit faster than a regular, Town of Salem gameplay. So, people are asking if there's actually more vampires. I am telling them no in the dead chat, and I am the first person dead, so nobody else is in there, so I can't actually explain it to anybody. So I'm just there laughing a bit because, they're like, oh, there has to be, more vampires and all that stuff. If there's a vampire hunter, his job is done for the game and all that stuff. One person is smart by saying that. And James Bailey is the vampire hunter because I had visited him. So that is a fact what happened. So this is going to be interesting because since I am playing as a vampire, I died night one. It's one of those, okay, I'm just going to stick around, see how this ends. Because I really didn't think that anything cool or, anything was going to happen like that. So it's one of those, it came as a shock to me a bit as to how the game actually ended. Which I applaud, the people that actually did their role and how they were supposed to be. Because there's a lot of people that don't. They're just like, vote for roles and all this stuff. And there are some people in this one that actually do that. But, I really am happy that, there's some people in this game that was really, smart about this, knew what they were supposed to be doing and actually went through it. The escort died night 2 by a werewolf. He had roadblocked the werewolf, and the werewolf killed him. But nobody thought about it, only one person asked their role, and then nothing else was said about it. So this person asked if there was a med, I said no. Then he says that, there's a werewolf, mafia, and a vampire, and all that stuff, and that town will lose. And I'm like, actually town could probably still win this. Because of it being how it is. There's still more town than a mafia and a werewolf combined, probably. So, neutral being was an Amni. I was any because of the vampire. It was neutral chaos, which is not any of those roles, so that automatically makes me the any role. There's the spy that died, and yeah, that's not a nice death note. Consort died by Vigi, which was a pretty lucky shot for the Vigi. He had to know what he was doing, honestly. I preferably do not like to do random shooting unless I know for a fact that I could be a bad person. Because I've seen so many Vigis actually random shoot and shoot a town person, the next day they die, and it's like, well, I was just going with my gut. And I am okay with that, but at the same time, if you don't really know if anybody is good or bad, don't shoot them, please. Because it's one of those, then you're gonna mess up, and that's gonna be like, in rank gameplay, do not mess up. There are so many people that will get mad at you. I've had it happen to me all the time, and it's okay. So, this is whenever, they're starting to actually say, okay, 15, it could be werewolf and all. And, they're gonna probably lynch them and all that stuff. So I'm just waiting this out. So the Amity turned escort died. He was mauled by a werewolf, and he role-blocked the werewolf, so that it was definitely proven that he was the werewolf. So then they're gonna get him lynched, and then they gotta find Mafia. Which, this is where it comes to a point of being in ranked gameplay. And I'll say this in a second. Right now, I'm not gonna spoil this for you guys. Yeah, the anime turn escort was asking me, does it tell, him that if he dies from the werewolf that he visits? And it's like, I have no idea. I haven't actually done that before, where I roadblock a werewolf and it tells me if, I was killed by the werewolf, I, escorted, like how it does with SK. But I would honestly say that either way, people still should know that, he was roadblocked, and that I think it's if he stays home that he attacks the people that come to him. Or I could be wrong. But they got him up. He's, trying to play as a jester, basically. And it's not working. And I like how the jailer, 8, is actually trying to say, let Vigi shoot him. That's not gonna work. He's gonna be immune, and that's just gonna waste time. So, it's one of those, he says, oh, no innos, get the abstains. Which, okay, cool. And he was upset because he already had gotten Roblox Night 2, and when, was found out. So, this is where 5 doesn't claim a role and gets, jailed, which I would have had actually tried to claim a role, like, veteran or Vigi and all that stuff. But claiming Vigi in this game right now with a vampire hunter probably would not be a good idea, but at the same time could be. Because you could try and claim random town, Vigi, and all that stuff, and, how John is actually, pretending to be a spy, but is actually probably, a jester. That's what I was thinking. But no, he was actually the random town spy. Which is one of those where I was confused a bit because I haven't really seen 2 spies in a ranked game before. So it was one of those, okay, so is he pretending to be a spy, or is he actually another spy? And it sounded like he actually really was a spy, because he was saying Moff didn't visit and all this stuff. And she's trying to get out of it. She's trying to say that, the jailer, just put her up with no proof or lead. Don't you think that's suspicious? But it's one of those, so everybody knows that he's the jailer. It's except for the vampire hunter turned Vigi. He is the only one that doesn't believe that veteran is the jailer. So, she was the mafioso, which is kind of obvious that she was mafia because she wasn't claiming a role. And I just want to applaud the vampire hunter turned Vigi and the jailer right here because they actually were pretty smart with this. It has other people that are jailers and all that stuff for ranked, gameplay, that if they're playing with a friend, that they let the friend win and not let town win. Or, they just execute a random person, all that stuff. Yes, I think the jailer executed the investigator, but it's one of those, he had a good reason for it. The investigator had no will. That was the investigator's problem, is you're supposed to have a will for, ranked. If you don't, you're automatically suspicious, execute. And that's what I would have had done as well. It was a mistake, yes, but at the same time, it's one of those, investigators should have had will. Any investigator that doesn't, that's kind of silly, honestly. Because investigator, sheriff, and jailer, and veteran, and all that stuff are pretty important to town. Because of it being that they could actually, get people up and actually investigate them and kill them if they're actually a bad person. So, right now I'm actually saying, that I am happy that town figured this out, that they're gonna win, and that I'm sad that I lost, but at the same time I'm happy that town win because, or won, but, that it was actually pretty cool. And I'm looking, there's 2 spies, a jailer, vampire hunter. There actually was a mayor, and I forgot about that. but that 14 actually was the jester, and I didn't think about that at all. But it was pretty, it was supposed to be that. But I hope you guys had enjoyed this video. Please give it a like or comment, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!